welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Good to be back. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what job your spouse, that is either wife or husband, can do. If you're a nurse in Africa, India, Philippines, and you were planning to make the move to come and work in the UK, I think this is something important you need to consider. I've made a note, so I'm going to be reading my notes, so forgive me if I'm not looking in the camera. So, jobs that your spouse can do depends on their capabilities and abilities. It also depends on what skills they already have. The age is another factor. The most important thing to bear in mind is the fact that if your spouse, that is either wife or husband, is in a high position wherever they are before they move here, they might not get a similar job. They would have to start from the bottom, and that can be very frustrating, especially if it's a husband who maybe is a manager where he is and he has to come here and will not find a managerial job and would have to work in a lower grade job. It can be very difficult and frustrating to the men. Apart from that, there are some other things. People can retrain and get into a job. If your husband or your wife is a teacher where you are, they can come and retrain here and do the postgraduate certificate in teaching course. It's a 1-year course, and that would help them to get into teaching. There are other things like deciding to also go into nursing if they wish to. So we have mental health nursing, where some of them can go and study general nursing. Some can go and study and do social work. It's also an area where there is job. However, it is not easy, just like nursing. Other people can work in the food factories, food packaging, driving, taxi or buses, that's public transport. Royal Mail, where is their postal services, cleaning jobs, warehouse jobs. Some people can actually go into self-employment, business sort of things. It's not easy, but there's always a way around. People can work in supermarkets and either at the till or stocking up things. If it is a wife and you're planning to, if you are the male and your wife would be joining you, things like hairdressing is very important because it's quite expensive to have our hairs done here. So a hairdresser could find something to do. They can visit people in their own homes and do their hair for them. If there is money, you can establish a salon. So things like that. If it's a male, tailoring can be good as well. If it's a female who is the dependent, sewing. So we find it difficult to have people sew for us here. So if your wife is able to sew, she would make some money out of that. I talked about bus driver, and in London there is job in underground, the London Underground as well, different types of jobs there that people can go for. You can retrain and do whatever you want. Cleaning jobs are available. I know people will be thinking, oh, why should I go and be cleaning? But it's a job. You can start with that in the future. You never know, you can establish your own cleaning company in the future. So these are some of the things to consider if you're planning to come and your wife or your husband would be joining you. It is difficult for one person to look after the household. It's always good if the two of you can work and help pay the bills. So basically that's it for today. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again next Sunday. Have a good week. Bye-bye. Remember to like and subscribe and share.